Hey, this is Mad Movie Mark on the Mad Movie Mark Movie Review. Thank you for joining me as I review the 2018 Japanese animated fantasy adventure movie Penguin Highway.
見てこれ
Hey, well, I wish that was true. I haven't been little in a very long time. Full of myself, maybe, but definitely not little. Penguin Highway is about a fourth grade student named Aoyama who is incredibly intelligent, loves research, and even in the beginning of the movie, he says that one day he is going to be great. He is going to be the smartest person who ever lived. Women are going to be falling over themselves for him, but he's already in love with someone. He's already spoken for, so he's sorry, girls, but you cannot have a chance with him because he is going to be the biggest genius and biggest ladies' man who ever lived. Now, one day in this town, there is a strange phenomenon that starts happening that he notices and other people in the town notice, where randomly penguins are walking around in kind of a line formation, like a penguin highway. They're just walking around the town, and it's in a climate that they should not be in, and part of a world that they should not be in. So obviously this strikes his fancy, and he immediately starts researching as to why this could be happening. Now he thinks he's going to solve it because he is the smartest person alive, and no one else has his research capabilities that he has. Now at the same time, he is falling in love for a dental assistant who is quite older than he is, and the relationship between the two of them is kind of hard to watch, but not in like a rambling rose way where like he actually performs some kind of sexual act on her. That never happens, but he does opine over her. He does like daydream about her like body features and how he loves certain things about her. And there's definitely scenes where he's shy around her, and you can tell that he likes her, and I'm pretty sure she can tell that too, but she never does really anything to push him away and tell him that this isn't right, or I'm just your friend, I'm just a dental assistant, like we can be friends but nothing more. They develop this relationship to where they really become close to each other, and there's really no pushback. There's no like, oh, sorry, you're just a kid. Let's set some boundaries here. That never happens. So it's very awkward to watch. It's a little cringy to watch. But since nothing ever happens and they never like take that relationship to the next step, I guess it's okay. It's just flirting, but it's really weird. It's very, very strange, the relationship that these two people have together. But anyway, Yaoyama, I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong. He ends up getting his friend Uchida and a girl that he goes to school with, Hamamoto. They end up all banding together to try to figure out this penguin problem. Now, Hamamoto ends up coming into the fray because she knows that Aoyama is researching this, and she has a discovery of her own. In a field, there's this like big orb that is just like full of water that I think they call it the beach or something, but it's just floating in the middle of this field, and they think that it has something to do with this penguin phenomenon as well. Now, it's hard for me to believe that there's this orb just floating in the middle of a field, and the only people who have found it are 3 children. Especially since there are rangers there are cops in that general vicinity, and people in that general vicinity who could easily see this big floating orb, but in the children's eyes, they are the only ones who see it. Now, I don't know if they are actually the only ones who know it's there, or they're just young kids with ambitions of solving this problem, and they think that they're detectives, and they think that they're the only ones on the case, and that they're the only ones who can solve this. So they have kind of a tunnel vision and thinking that they are the only ones who know that this is there and that this is possibly linked to the penguins. I don't know which is true, if the adults actually don't know it's there, or if the children just think that they don't know it's there. I have no idea. But they end up continuously researching this, and then we find out later on that the dental assistant has a lot more to do with this than meets the eye. Now, I pretty much guessed it's hard to guess a lot of the things in this movie. It's because it's so bizarre. There's so many different things that happen that's out of left field that you wouldn't think would happen. but the part of the dental hygienist, the dental assistant, being very involved in this and is actually the reason why these penguins are coming about, I pretty much guessed that right away. So if that was supposed to be a big reveal in the movie, it wasn't for me because I kind of realized that that was going to happen. Now this is kind of a bizarre movie. The animation in this movie is absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to be honest. Like, I've seen a few Japanese animated movies, and this was actually kind of a breath of fresh air a little bit because it was so bizarre. It was so unique. You don't have to, like, you can just have fun with this. You don't have to think too much about what's going on. You can just enjoy the art. You can enjoy the story. You can enjoy the silliness that's happening in front of you. You can enjoy the fact that these kids think that they're detectives and that they're brilliant, that they're going to solve everything. It's just a fun watch, I would say. It's a fun movie to just sit down, pop in, and just enjoy an animated movie. I thought it was really good in that regard. The only issue that I really have with it is the relationship between the dental hygienist and this kid. Now, I was cringed through the entire movie. It's not like I finished the movie, thought about it retrospectively, and then said, that was a weird relationship. It made me feel creepy throughout the entire movie. Like, it was very hard, especially after watching Rambling Rose a few months ago, which isn't animated, but has kind of like the same idea. I was thinking, oh God, I hope like nothing happens between these two. I really hope they just, I really hope that they just leave it where it is. They don't pursue this relationship anymore. I think they kind of took the relationship as far as they could without really pursuing it anymore and without really going that extra mile. Will these two maybe be together in the future? I don't really know, because I honestly, at the end of the movie, I'm not really sure what happens to the dental hygienist. I don't really know if she's still alive, if she's in a different realm, a different world. I don't know. But I really love how the movie was unique. I never would have thought that this, like, the way the penguins come about is just so ridiculous that you would never have thought that would be the thing, that would be how it would happen. It's only the parts with where the dental hygienist comes from and what's actually going on with her and her link to this whole thing at the end of the movie that I was a little confused about. But besides that, I thought it was quite a good movie. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I hope you join me next time when I review a movie. Let me see what that movie is real quick. I've already watched it. Now I just have to review it, and it is going to be the 2018 movie called Slut in a Good Way. Thank you. I hope you have a great day.